good we can be. We had seen it in earlier games. You face adversity every Sunday, and we've responded really well to it. So I think that's why coming into Sunday, coming into today, nobody had the belief that we weren't going to win this game. We have that confidence every single Sunday, and I think that helps out with us. It was definitely different, but I got to give a special shout out to Spencer Whipple. Just a special guy and a special coach, a guy, especially us receivers love working with, and the fact that he stepped in, took over the reins and didn't blink, and went out there and called the right plays, and kept us, in front of the chains, and we're listening to the guys on the sideline, and just making sure guys were comfortable with what we were running. He did a great job. No, it's different in a sense of obviously Cliff not being on the sideline. I know for me, when I look to the sideline and I don't see Cliff, it's definitely odd. But like I said, there were so many people that stepped up. But in regards to how the game was called, the game plan is the game plan. We all have a good feel, in certain situations on what play is going to be called, and obviously Cliff develops that, and we practice it all week. So Spence did a good job of sticking to it, but also being able to change on the fly. All good. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Feels weird, but I've been here before. Go ahead, guys. Amazing. Obviously, it's been a rough week. Losing our head coach and losing a couple guys to COVID. It's been a up and down week, but our team leaders, were great all week. No one wavered, no one blinked. The staff didn't blink. Every day it was bad news, and no one blinked not one time. Even yesterday, even Saturday morning at practice, when the players knew that Cliff was down for the game, it was no worries. It was really excitement to go play. A really good football team, and the boys performed. But this staff, man, it's amazing. It's a great football staff. It's our third year, all together. That helps, having continuity like this. And Cliff, obviously, with his offense, has coached his coaches to call it, like he would call it. So we didn't miss a beat offensively. It was aggressive. It was the way Cliff would call a game. And obviously on defense, I was there, and Jeff was there on team. So nothing was different from the first 5 weeks that we won. It was really good. It was really seamless, and obviously, every play they talked through different calls. But what was impressive was the last quarter. We burned about 9 minutes just running the football. That's a sign of a great offense. When you can throw the ball, obviously, and score 30 points a game, but when it's time to screw it down and run the football and finish games on the field, that's impressive. And that was very impressive. Absolutely. I mean, he was the communicator, to the quarterback. But obviously, it was absolutely. I mean, you want one voice, calling a plays for the quarterback. But obviously, it was a group effort as far as the entire offense concerned. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would say this. I have to coach that better, okay? I probably should have been in victory, but I didn't think he was going to reach the end zone from there. And he tried it, and first of all, he can't pop the pocket, right? So once he pops the pocket, I knew that was going to be a bad deal because now it's 6'2" guys, in our little corners, so that wasn't a good feeling when you pop the pocket. But I have to coach that better. It wasn't coached properly. Once it became a Hail Mary, my guys at the midpoint should turn and run with those guys, and they didn't. So at the end of the play, it was 3 Browns, only 2 Cardinals. That's on me. I didn't coach that well enough, and I probably should have called victory there, but I wasn't sure he can reach it from where he was on the field. So I'll coach it better and make a better call there. Outside of that one Hail Mary and the drive before that, it wasn't good. We lost a couple gaps in that series before. They had a screen for a big play. But outside of that, man, the boys played well. There was a bunch of backups playing again, and it was fun to see those guys play and do their job. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely key. Obviously Golden and J.J. Watt and Alfred. I mean, that's our veteran guys. Those guys have to play good every single week. And having Gardeck out there chasing the quarterback, that was fun to see. And having a bunch of those young D linemen that we've drafted and raised here, that's also, gratifying to watch. Dog being Lucky and Rashad and those guys play at a high level.
What did it mean? I mean, we're already missing Zach.
Yeah.
Then we kind of, that's a late minute.
Yeah. 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 It was definitely a surprise, but we traveled John Ledbetter in case we had more positives, in that D-line room because of Zach. So obviously Kenny Bell, that was a smart deal by Kenny Bell to travel extra D-linemen. And he played about, I think, 3 or 4 snaps today. Also getting Jordan Phillips back was huge this week. So to lose Zach and to lose Corey, but to get Jordan back, it was kind of a wash, as far as experience and as far as the player. But again, man, those young kids stepped up and played very well. It was a run day first for us, and that was the emphasis all week, to stop the running game. And that happened, and we made Baker a passer, and that was the goal. I'm not sure. That's Michael, and that's Michael's responsibility. I'm sure he'll get him home, tomorrow, some sort. But Corey's in good spirits, and he's happy for the team.
Are you worried about just as a team more positive coming down because of the
I think everyone's nervous about the COVID issues. It's so it's a moving target, guys. Obviously, if you have one guy who popped positive, it can be 2 or 3 more. I'm surprised it wasn't even more. So right now it's a moving target, and we'll see what the league gives us this week as far as protocols. But again, it speaks to our young guys and our reserve players who can step up and play in these moments. But everyone's dealing with this. We had our bad stint right now, but it's not going away by no means. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Because it was a tough week. And Cliff disappointed he couldn't be here, guys. I mean, Cliff's entire life, his entire lifestyle is for this team. He's there at 4:45 in the morning. He leaves at 9. He doesn't go anywhere. He pops positive for COVID. So, everyone felt for him because his entire life is his team. And lose Chandler and all those guys. It was tough on their teammates to watch them not be here. But again, man, the best teams win, and that's where we're headed. It's a team effort always.
Any chance you guys face time play for anyone else that was able to make it?
That already happened a little bit. Just a little bit. No, he's fine. I mean, he's happy, obviously, and he's at home recovering.
DJ, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Okay. All right. All right.
what was the mindset coming into this thing, knowing that you're going to be short?
Of course, man. Them guys, we love those guys that we missed today. So, of course, you think about them, and a couple great players, and of course, the head coach, great head coach. So, of course, you miss those guys, and you wish they was here. But this the NFL, this football, man. The next man up got to step it up and hold it down for them, man. That's what everybody did today. I wouldn't say I didn't feel like I got to do this because Chandler out. I'm coming every day, no matter what, every day practice or game. I'm bringing it up, bringing my all to get better, and that's what I did today. But of course, when you got a guy like Chandler gone, you want to. I more wanted to play for Chandler because I know if he was here, he'd play his heart out and lay it on the line every play. So that was my thing more to just go out there and play for him, and the rest of the guys, Corey Peters and Coach Cliff too. Oh, man, you got to get the coaches credit. The coaches stepped up for Cliff and made sure they called a good game and did what they had to do, and then you give the credit to the whole offense. Man, the offensive line did good. The receivers ran the right routes, and then you got Kyler Murray back there, young, great quarterback. And so you got a player like him. He went out there and made some plays too. But overall, man, when you ain't got your head coach who really involved in the offense, you got to give credit to the coaches. The coaches went out there and did their thing today. Not at all. Not at all, man. Everybody was even more motivated, like I said, to go out there and perform at a high level for all those guys, man. When you got players like that and a great coach that bring it every day, man, it's motivation, especially because you know those guys would love to be out there, and if they was, they'd be landing on the line just like we did today. Oh, it was real weird, man. It was weird not to have Cliff, Chandler, Corey, all those guys, man. Guys just you used to seeing Corey and Chandler, they leaders on the team, so they motivate a lot of guys. So it was weird for them, man. But it go back to what I keep saying, and honestly, man, that was the plan this week, to go out there and perform at a high level for all those guys.
Probably a diversity you guys had. I know they have theirs there too, but for 6-0, how much do you feel about that?
Oh, of course. That's big, man. That's even more momentum and motivation to know a lot of stuff was going on today, but we came together as a team all week and went out there on Sunday and performed at a high level and was able to win the game. So when you do something like that, man, it's a good thing for the team, and it brings everybody together, and it's a great motivation for the team. Oh, it was fun. It was fun, man. He had a real big smile on his face. You could tell he was real happy. So that was big for the whole team. Everybody was excited. I can't remember exactly. I just seen the phone in the air, and he was there with a big smile, super happy that we was able to go out there and perform at a high level for him. And he deserved it, man. He deserved it. Every day he pushed hard for us every day, and so we wanted to make sure we got it for him. And it was good to see him on FaceTime.
Anybody give him a game ball?
Yeah, everybody on the team got one today. Everybody got one. Yeah, he got one. He gonna get one too. So when we get back in the building Tuesday, everybody will have a ball at their locker.
Thank you, Marcus.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate y'all.
All good. Nice mask. Yeah. My bad. It's hard to.
A lot of adversity, but the final score is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the resiliency of this team. We come out here every single day, every week, and we don't worry about what's going on around us. We focus on ourselves, executing the game plan, putting ourselves in positions to execute and detail, the game plan that the coaches have given us. And we don't waver. And I think that's, when you see this team, when you see the leadership of this team, I think that's the mark that has been imprinted at this point. So, obviously missing key guys, and the guys that come in don't flinch.
Just curious, with Cliff out being play calling, as good as this offense is, was there any thought on defense like, hey, we might have to up our game a little bit today?
Nah, I mean, that wasn't the talk. At the end of the day, it's never about them or what they do. We have one standard, right, and we talk about it all the time. We have one standard, and we expect to play up to it. And coming into the half, those last two drives weren't our standard. So, coming back in, made the adjustments, and really just, again, the leadership, holding each other accountable. We come out that second half and dominate.
I'm going to say ultimately, to what you were able to do in 25, how big was that? Still a very valuable factor.
Yeah. No, Kareem is extremely talented. You watch the film on him, and he's breaking tackles, and he's physical. He can catch the ball, very versatile. So, the ability to stop the run, we knew what was going to be. We had to stop the run first, and we put a premium on that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't ever like to compare, in terms of, it's a completely different team, right? The constant that I see is the ability to overcome adversity, the leadership, right? And at the end of the day, to not let things around you impact what's going on the field, right? So good teams are able to overcome adversity and win games that many people doubt that they're going to win, right? And a lot of times in this league, it comes down to one drive at the end, and the difference is very minuscule in the NFL. So good teams are able to overcome adversity, and that's what we were able to do today. Yeah.
Vance basically said, I will stop playing. How did you see that play?
Yeah, 3 seconds left. You know that they only have one play left. It's tough because, to me, it's about players, right? I get what Vance is saying, but we had opportunities to sack Baker, to not let him pop the pocket. I see myself and Isaiah being deeper, right? We were in no man's land. And then, at the point of attack, we got to make the play. And again, we came in the locker room after that, as leaders, we addressed it, and, it's one play. We move on, and we were able to respond and not let that affect us going into the second half. Yeah, it's special. It's fun to get these type of wins when your back's up against the wall again, and nobody believes that you can do it. So, to do it for those guys, for coach, for the guys that got struck with COVID and had to stay back. They would have died to be out there. So it's good to have that feeling. Thanks, guys.
literally thought that. Hold on, do you have a mask on? You don't got a mask on? That's crazy. All right, well. I thought we had protocol going on. Damn. What was the question? Yeah, I thought for the most part it was solid. 2 turnovers, and we didn't capitalize. We kicked 2 field goals. We come out the third, second half, and we went, I think it was 2 3-and-outs, and then we stuck with it. Whip kept calling aggressively, and we made it happen. We ran the ball well, and we converted on third down when we needed to. So, I thought it was a total team effort today. It was a great job by the team.
Concerned because not having Cliff and just how it would work, especially with, you guys went to practice with Cliff all week, so it's not like you guys are really prepped.
Yeah, I said that, after Friday practice when we had the test, said something to the quarterbacks and Cam. I was like, this it's gonna suck if somebody gets it, and of course, Cliff and Cam got it. So, and I think once we got the news, it was more so it was just an opportunity, kind of exciting, to go prove ourselves on the road against a great team. And I think you could feel the energy before the game. All week at practice, it was a great week, and then we coming on the road. Us versus versus them. It was a great game. Yeah, he was calm, cool the whole game. Didn't panic, and we made him right. Whenever he called it aggressively, and we had all the faith. We were behind him, regardless of what he called. We were going to go out there and execute. Obviously, that's a great defense, great team. That they're going to make plays. We had a lot of plays I felt like we left out there, but they're going to make plays because they're a great team. So it is what it is.
What about the total team effort? When you look at the sidelines it seemed like a bunch of guys trying to make sure this thing stayed on track.
Yeah. No, it's credit to Colt, credit to Whip, credit to Coach Cougs, credit to Straff, Burt. It was a lot of guys that that had a hand in helping over there. Jordan. It was like I said, it was a lot of guys. They made sure that I was getting the calls, signals, all of that. And it was the operation was very smooth. For us to not have Cam and Coach Kingsbury, operation was really smooth on the road and in a hostile environment. It was loud. So
You're 6-0, but and everything was rolling pretty well. The 4 fumbles going to gnaw at you a little bit.
Not at all. No.
Because you didn't lose one.
No, I'm not too worried about them.
Did everything that happened the last 48 hours take any kind of mental toll on this team, you think? Or you think you guys are strong enough that it just doesn't bother you?
Like I said, I think I think we were excited. Like I said, the odds kind of seemed stacked against us. There's pretty much for us, it was just opportunity to come out here and prove ourselves again against a good team. People try to make this more than what it was, but at the end of the day, we came out here and handled what we needed to handle. But like I said, it's a great team over there. We prepared well for them. It's just on us to give them our best. So.
It seemed like you checked a little bit more than you normally do. Was that the case? Did you find yourself getting offense in a different play calls when you saw something maybe more than usual?
That may be a product of not having a coach out there, just having a little more leeway. But it was. I was just I guess that did give me a little more freedom just to. Whatever I did see, go with it. And that's what Whip was saying the whole time. Whatever you see, just and I stick to that same rule. If as long as it makes sense, and you got a plan, then go with it. But I think we did a great job. We ran. I forgot how much time we had on in that fourth quarter drive, but we ran it all the way down and leaned on them. And like I said, that's a great defense. So that's exciting to see.
What were the conversations with Cliff like after the game?
He was just excited. I couldn't really hear him on the FaceTime. It was pretty loud in the locker room, but I know, I know he's excited for sure.
Do you know who called him?
My Bidwell.
Thank you, Kyler. Thanks, Kyler.
Nice, Connor.